My energy level, I was very athletic growing up. From the time I was 5 until my mid-20s, I played sports. And when my kids were young, I kind of got out of it, got a desk job, put on weight. And then playing with my kids, I was always out of breath. I couldn't keep up with them. My wife and I both worked out at another gym where we met Mitchell. My wife actually did a program with him, and for a bunch of reasons, we left that place. But Mitchell kept in contact with my wife, saying that he was starting his own place and we should come check it out, etc. And she said, "No, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to get bored again. It's stupid." And so she bought the Groupon and told me I had to go. So I did. And one of the first workouts we ever did ran. And I had to do it all scale. And at the end, I don't know how long, it took me forever. And I got this cough that would not go away. And Mitchell called it Fran cough. I went home and couldn't get rid of it. And my wife kept saying, you know, and I would cuss him and tell him, saying, "This is stupid. This whole thing is stupid." And she said, "So are you done?" I said, "No, I'm going back tomorrow." And now I feel much better. I don't get tired. I get tired running up the stairs where I used to. I can keep up with my kids who are older now. But really I judge how I'm doing by how my clothes and stuff fit. Both my kids come here now. My daughter's first competition this last year, and I did with one of my best friends, Matt Brown. And his wife, and then my daughter and I. And I think that the reason it meant so much to me was afterwards, my daughter hugged me, and she cried, and she told me how much it meant to her. And to me that I needed to keep doing this, not just for myself, but for them, so it just made me want to keep going. I see it. I've seen it a lot. A lot of people come a couple days and you won't see them for a week. And then they come a couple days again, and I always ask them because I like to talk to people and ask, you know, how they're doing. And one of the answers they always say is, "Well, it hurts," or "Everything hurts." It's always going to hurt. Truthfully, I found out that the longer you go between workouts, the actual worse it is. Your body just never gets used to the recovery. You know, I would just say don't give up. Just keep at it. It'll still hurt. Your body will still hate you sometimes. There are days that I go home and I ice up so many different body parts. It's not even funny, but the next day I'm here.
We had been working out for a number of years. I got bored because I didn't know how to program. I didn't have a coach at the Global Gym, so I started running, which is basically my default exercise.
You know, you go in and you don't know what to do. You don't know how to do it. You haven't, you know, unless you want to pay somebody else to show you. And I talked to a friend one day at a baby shower, you know this, and she told me about Strongside. I was like, "I cannot do that." She goes, "If I can do it, you can do it too." And so I got a Groupon and started coming. And the first class was it was embarrassing because I wasn't on the dance team. I wasn't, you know, I didn't consider myself to be an athlete.
Becky started with Strongside, and probably about 2 or 3 months after that, she had enjoyed it so much, she bought me a Groupon, and literally within the first 30 days, I was hooked. Hooked enough where I felt like the community of people that I met here, the encouragement of everybody wanting to make certain we were doing well, the programming that Mitchell was giving both to the extended group as well as you individually, and his interest in you as an athlete. And then 3 months in, I had torn an ACL in high school 38 years prior, and I became so hooked that for the first time in 38 years, I decided to have it repaired.
You know, but we've been diligent, like our whole married life, to save our future, to save our retirement. But if we're not diligent to taking care of ourselves, you know, we don't have the future that we dream of. Just being able to come here, there's a lot of laughter as we got to walk upstairs and things after late day. But I think that just the ability to encourage each other and have our kids here, they love it. And you know what, we'll go out for having dinner. But it's something that we all do together. It's something you always feel like that.
Our daughter-in-law and us, second oldest son, actually got us into Strongside, working out, getting physically fit again 3 or so years ago. And then we have our other son-in-law, our oldest son here, as well as our daughter at Strongside. And it's a family affair. Grandparents and great-grandparents that have lived to 100, and I have one that lived to 104. We have always lived a life of adventure. That's what we enjoy. And in order to do that, some of the crazy things that we've done and the things that we plan on doing, we're going to have to stay physically fit. So if you figure the longevity of some of our family members and where we are in our life, we've hit about the halfway point. And we're at a point where we welcomed our first grandson into the family 3 months ago, and we want to see him and all of our other grandchildren grow to be adults, and hopefully for us to welcome our great-grandchildren in. You can't do that unless you stay physically, mentally, and spiritually fit, and that's what we strive for, and we try to do it as a family.
I really had no idea that Strongside was as close as it was to me. I was actually driving by it every day when I would go to this other gym. Driving in one morning, I came in to work early, and as I pulled in, it was early in the morning, it was still dark, my headlights shined through the glass of the old location at Strongside, and I could tell that, okay, this is not a traditional gym. I don't see treadmills, but I do see barbells. So I popped in. First person I meet was Mitch. I think Mitch thought that I might have been maybe just a transient or a vagabond, the way he approached so fast. Like, how can I help you? And I'm like, hey, so is this one of those CrossFit things? And he said, no, we do things different. There was a lot of passion that was behind that message he was giving me of the method in which he programs his workouts. Everything is thought out. And of course, he invited me to come try it out. First thing that I loved was it was packed. It was packed full of people. Immediately people were introducing themselves to me, which was nice. You didn't feel like you're, kind of in this environment where there's these cliques and there's just little huddles and groups. You kind of got pulled into the mix. There's more to this community than just fitness. It is a social environment. The actual workout that we did that night kicked my ass. I mean, absolutely obliterated me. And I'm looking around and there are people that are just thinking, this is great. They're just, woo, we're doing it. And I'm over here dying, like, okay, this is legit. I've got to come back. I continued to go for another week and it was the same thing. Continue to meet more people. Every time I walked in, hey Matt, Mitchell knew my name, said hello to me every time I walked in. When you first walk in this door, I love it, but there's a big sign that says, check your ego at the door. Putting things into perspective, you begin to realize I am a lot fitter than I thought I was. And I'm getting a lot fitter every day. Simply because I check my ego at the door. I don't worry about what the person next to me is doing. Sometimes you're gonna have to start over a little bit, that's okay. You check your ego at the door, keep coming. Don't stop coming, because the results will begin to happen.
So I'm in my mid-20s. I guess I'm one of the younger members in the program. So I was pretty athletic in high school. I played 3 sports and worked out all the time. Stayed fit in college. But I was always up and down in my weight. I love to eat. Food's great. And I've always felt that, if I could work out enough, I can still eat what I want and maintain, the size I am. I don't really have to do anything more or less. My senior year at college, I gained about 35 pounds. I had gotten up to about 265, and I was maintaining that weight. after college, I moved up here trying to find a job. You know, I didn't really do a whole lot as far as fitness and stuff because I was so concerned with trying to get my life started. Once I got a job, I got back into working out, and you know, and I lost some weight, you know, but then I gained it all back, you know, because life happens. So I was pushing 270, and then I told myself, you know, that I was going to start doing better, you know, and it was my wife, believe it or not. She actually works next door as a cheer coach. They would always talk about this new place that was going to rent out what used to be in here, which she said, you should do it, you know, I think you'd like it. So she bought the Groupon for both of us, you know, so I gave it a shot. And the first day I came in was actually in one of the classes that have a lot more of the competitors in the program, and it was probably one of the worst days of my life for about an hour. But after I got up and walked out and saw everybody, you know, just, hey, glad you're here, glad you came, you know, I was hooked. And then when I started in Strongside at the beginning of June of 2017, I was at 248, I remember. And then I weighed 3 weeks ago, the day I got married, and I was at 218. So in just a 6-month time, I've lost 30 pounds and kept it off and maintained a steady, healthy weight. You know, don't compare yourself to everybody. You know, everybody started just like you day one. They were new at one point, they didn't know anybody, they hardly knew anything. Everybody's on their own fitness journey. Just because you can't pick up the same way as somebody who's been doing this for 4 years, you know, you don't need to get yourself down. You know, just don't compare yourself to others and just have fun.